do you need to see from the Browns moving forward so you feel better? So what do you need to see to bring back Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry?
Jason Lewis said this today on the show, and he said, "Look, when they let go Hugh Jackson, and you remember a couple of years ago, Greg Williams and Freddie Kitchens,
Yeah,
had that year. I think down the stretch they went 5-3, and they won some games, but they were competitive in every game. They were competitive in a lot of the games. We knew they weren't going to go to the playoffs, but the funny thing that happened was the offense was fun. The team played hard. Greg Williams just he coached like a riverboat gambler. He was aggressive, and you started to see them play a style of football which was actually fun, dynamic, and you saw some of the younger guys start to catch a hold. That year, Baker Mayfield looked good down the stretch. You started to say, wow, this Hollywood Higgins guy ain't too bad, man. Hey, what can we, it wasn't a situation where they had a bunch of all pros or whatever the case may be, but you started to see the energy level and the team play hard. If you are Kevin Stefanski, the team is between a rock and a hard place because the worst place you can be is quarterback purgatory. And I used to think it was win-loss purgatory. Quarterback purgatory is worse because if you got bad quarterback play and you're not really going to bring back Jameis Winston to kind of be a stopgap, then you got to figure out what you're doing with DTR. And if you're going to figure out what you're doing with DTR, that's basically waving a white flag saying, hey, we're not trying to win right now. But if they're going to do it, they got to go all in because, talking to Bernie Kosar and some of the other people, we know how the draft goes. We could talk ourselves into saying, oh, this ain't a great quarterback class. Listen, if you're drafting in the top 5 or the top 10, the goal is to get a quarterback. And the top two of them is going to go in the top 3 or 4 picks. So you do the math on what your record got to be to do that. Now, my question is to you and everybody out there, can Kevin Stefanski and or Andrew Berry survive that type of record?
I don't know. Here's the other thing. Put in the fact that they were expected to contend for an AFC championship, and then that'll give you a little bit more of what the decision-making process is going to be like in Berea moving forward.